are incentivized to convert new customers, door hangers, bonuses, etc. Improve your customer service. How is it that when the phone is answered, do they get a voicemail or do they get a real person? To me, the most important thing that companies could understand is their instruction manuals. I know you experience this. You get something from out of the box and you can't make heads or tails out of the instruction manual, and all of a sudden, at the time when you should be the most excited about your purchase, you get the most frustration, and then the buyer's remorse sets in and goes, why did I buy this piece of junk? Just because somebody over in China couldn't convert the instruction manual into something that was an enjoyable product. Instead of having that done over there, it should be brought into your wheelhouse. It should be done with a marketing point of view, and make sure that every point of brand is a contact experience that is a positive one. What's happening on your website? Here's Ask Wells Fargo. How easy would it be in today's mobile society for you actually to be able to answer a query that comes in on the website? In effect, having a chat room. Everybody's got their BlackBerry with them. If a thing comes in, it beeps, go ahead and answer them back. Wells Fargo does it from 9 to 5. And by the way, why do they have to be 9 to 5? A very successful bank started opening up at 7 to 7. Because every other bank goes 9 to 5, they increase their attendance as a result of having 2 additional hours on each side of that. A little psychobabble here. Maintain a positive attitude. Get out there, take action. The opposite of inertia. When something is standing still, it's going to continue to stand still, and when there's momentum, it maintains its course as well. Be involved in the local chapter of the NHB and the NARI and NKBA, Meet People Network. That's how business is done. Using these same basic marketing principles. Make sure you have an elevator speech. If somebody were to stop you, could you explain your business and the amount of time that it took to ride to the 13th floor? Well, they don't have 13 floors in office buildings. So the 12th floor, could you explain what it is in that short period of time? If you can, then you probably have a very good unique selling proposition. All right, so as a summary, adapt your marketing messages. Remember, understand your audience, sympathize with them, use empathy, be concerned with what is going on in their life, add value to your marketing dollars, whether you're State Farm sponsoring the hero or that company in Israel who was sponsoring when somebody had to get pulled off the sports field in a stretcher. Focus your marketing. Make sure that you're only speaking to the people who can bring you the best return on investment, the A list. Make sure you have an A and a B list, and if you don't, then you're probably trying to speak to too many. Invest in digital marketing. Remember, free distribution of communication. Twitter, Facebook, blogs. Is your website truly thought leadership? Cultivate customer relationships. Make sure that your current customers are apostles because they're talking about you and they love products. They love Apple. There was a big expose that I looked at recently that said, for the past 10 years, we've really had very little innovation in our society. And that's why companies like Apple are loved. There was a lot of promises about gene therapy and fuel cell cars. We really didn't see any of those in the last 10 years as much as were promised. And maybe that's some of what's going on in our economy, that really we didn't innovate. So you make sure that you don't fall into that same trap of being a commodity. Make sure that you are innovating what you have to offer. Otherwise, you're a commodity, and what is that? You're selling based on price. Pay attention to your current customers. Again, they can be apostles. Emphasize quality and value, not price. Talk about investment. Talk about dividends. Talk about equity. Market and sell what you're offering as an investment. Offer customer incentives, whether it's $25 for the bank or whatever it happens to be that is realistic. Be prepared for that upturn. Have a marketing plan. Make sure you're executing on all 3 legs of that proverbial stool, that you're innovating product, that you are converting sales and distribution, and that you're using marketing as a fully separate segment. Keep your employees happy, your vendors, your subcontractors. Pay your bills. It helps. I guess GM and Chrysler could have learned that lesson. Merrill Lynch and Citigroup too. Improve customer service. Make sure that every point of brand contact is an experience, from the crazy example of an instruction manual to how your website, to how your phones are answered, and maintain that positive attitude in everything that you do. All right, any questions or how you might be dealing